It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we've got Pat Surtain. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Broncos and the Jets, and it's coming up next.
Well, Bronco fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here, and now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard, and we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also...
Here's Harrison Mevis to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be let out by the final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. A lot of experience from Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team. It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. For their first drive. And bringing them out, a 4th-year quarterback and capable dual-threat producer from Ohio State's Justin Fields.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Fields out of the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. That's brought in by Lazard. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Haul there to haul it in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Throwing again on second down. Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Throwing deep for the end. They connect on the deep shot. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. To throw, here's Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They send a tight end in motion. 3rd down run by Dobbins. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Nix. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Fields to throw. Caught by Lazard. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Wilson on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Another throw for Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the first. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
4th down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from MetLife coming right up. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of one. Nix with it on first. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 27. 2nd and 3 now. Nix from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains, build momentum, and keep that defense on its heels.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Finds Mims. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hauled in by Dobbins. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Still sticking with the passing game. Complete, it's Ingram. And they touch him down, looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, your internal clock right there, it has got to be tuned up a little bit. Plenty of time. In this league, if you get 3 seconds to throw the ball and it's not out of your hands, that responsibility falls on you as a QB. But give some credit to the defense, who was able to get home and get the sack.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, we call that protection lookout. Like the O-line yelling back at the quarterback, look out! Because they have no answer right now with back-to-back sacks by the defense. They've got this crew offensively guessing.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Jets football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So now they have 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That's brought in by Lazard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. Got for big yards on the right side. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a 2nd quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Nevis with a point after. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Nevis ready to send this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Blue swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. David Long getting to the spot that time. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This is Ingram working the left side. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Nix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. The Jets out to begin another drive. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. They start the drive with Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's 2nd and 7. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Fields to throw it. On target to his man Taylor. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 3 on that game. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Hall running between the tackles. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now it's Fields. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Broncos get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. On target to Dobbins.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
On third down, here's Nix. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Xavier Gipson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Jets take their first time out. First down throw for Fields. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Second down and 10, Fields. That won't be caught outright, it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long. Here's Fields to throw. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Another throw for Fields. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. Looking to throw Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with third and long. Play action, Fields. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Broncos corral it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Third down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing fourth down, they're off the field completely.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. We've reached halftime of what's been an entertaining one so far. 14-all is our score. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Fields. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They start the half with a give to Hall. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finding Reynolds. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Now Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, the QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer or he's not going to endure this season.
Punting unit out now. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. This is Sutton working the right side. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
That's brought in by Lazard. He's got a gain of 6 there. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Coming right is Hall. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Caught by Lazard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Drew Sanders that time on the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll go right side with Hall. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jets take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Mevis ready to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Denver set to take the field on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, Well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Nix. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Oh man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. You evade them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
On now comes their punter. And he's gonna do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Jets ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Fields on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. From the gun, it's Hall. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They go right back to Hall. They'll cobble together a yard there. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So they're gonna have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. They'll bring out the punter here. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're gonna spot it at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. 2nd and 3 now. To throw, here's Nix. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He has the first over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Running left, it's Dobbins. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
He sends this one in the end zone. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be second down. Throwing from the gun here. That finds Vele, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again, Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat. Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 2nd and goal, now 5 yards more difficult following that penalty. Nix now to throw. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Nix looking to throw. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted! And the Jets are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
First down throw for Fields. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Fields to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Across midfield to the 45. Hits the 20. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Mevis ready to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Mims with the grab. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Nix from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Throwing here, Nix. Hits him on the out route. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hits his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He fires one deep down the right sideline.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Working quickly here. On 3rd down, here's Nix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he gets this forward to the 19. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finding Reynolds. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets nearing their first win of the season. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Hall running between the tackles. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So they happily go to a knee here to run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their first win of the season.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. So the win goes to the Jets. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.